improving decision making in the attacking transition. So, how do players know when to go and counter attack, or how do they know when we're going to move into progression or possession and try to progress the ball? So, it's a very, very difficult thing to coach. I think it's the most difficult thing to coach because it involves such a big aspect of decision making in terms of that player has to decide when they can go, and the team has to read when they're going to go and support as well. And when do you sacrifice your defensive shape, and at what stage of the game are you going to do it? In terms of scoreline, in terms of minutes, in terms of the coach finding maybe the other team is tired. Different aspects in that. There, the player profile of your players. One player, one target forward might be more suited to counter attack than a different type of target forward. So again, I won't go through the whole thing, but I'll give you just a little bit of thought of what I would do if I was trying to work at it with my teams. So here's that there.
So the challenges lie in transition in a high tempo game where players must have the patience and the tactical discipline to read whether the counter is actually on. And sometimes at the highest level, the counter might be on initially, but it might be the entry pass, or it might be the forward's decision to turn or not play the support, which causes it to break down. But when that breaks down, the opponents might have committed players to support the counter attack, and now they've sacrificed their defensive shape, and instead of countering on one end, they are susceptible to the break at the other end. Again, having supporting teammates in red on this occasion, overcommit. Once the ball goes forward for the counter attack, is really damaging to your team's defensive shape on the break. So you've got to get the decision right for the benefit of the team. So in terms of solutions, let's look at how we can help that decision. Once the ball is played forward into the forward's feet and that forward is outnumbered without immediate support, this will typically slow down the counter attack and should then be the moment that the attacking team chooses to possess instead of penetrate. The defensive team will typically recover centrally, apply immediate pressure on keeping the ball on that side, so the attacking team must keep circulating the ball, get the ball out of that area, and the weak side may be open. On this occasion here, Spain break, and it looks like it should be a counter attack. It should be a 3v3. Germany recover really quickly. It soon becomes a 3v5, and then they've got to circulate the ball. The weak side's open, and Spain come back across and create a good opportunity on the edge of the box. Again, England win the ball here in white, deep, and they break aggressively. Wales recover and they block off the middle of the field. They show them over to one side. England's got to get the ball out of that zone, but it's important that they've got players wide and ahead of the ball, and they've got both, which creates the opportunity which they score. It's Uruguay at the World Cup. Again, opponents in white block off the middle and stop the initial break, but they keep circulating the ball, and it's not just pointless possession. The switch, which goes over the pressure, and then again weak side picks out the forward and the back post, the scores. So an exercise idea, 1v2 at the halfway line, there's two 1v1s out wide, and there's a 4v4 in the middle. Basically, initial entry pass can dictate whether it's a counter or whether it's going into possession, along with the quality of the hold-up play, the speed of the supporting or recovering runs, and then letting the players make the decisions and decide what happens and how it plays out. You can also go into an 11v11 game, and when the opponents are on the attack, the coach can trigger a second ball, which the first ball is now out of play. The second ball then allows everyone to recover, and again, players must adapt. Whether the counter is on, they break. If it's not, they must progress the ball, and again, it creates the situation for them to work on.